Hello everyone, welcome to Think Starter class. 欢迎大家来到 Think Starter 的课堂。So today we are going to take a look at vocabulary. 那今天我们就要看到词汇部分的练习了。And today we are going to take a look at the different electronic gadgets. So gadgets, what are gadgets? Let me give you an example. So smartphone is a kind of gadget. Tablet is a kind of gadget. And GPS is a kind of gadget. 那么 gadgets 指的就是电子产品或者叫做电子设备。Alright, so please open your book and turn to page 53. Let's take a look at the vocabulary part. We can see some pictures and also some words. We need to match the words with the pictures. So let's take a look at the words first. Number 1, e-reader. What is an e-reader? E-reader is a kind of thing that can help you to read the books. And let's see number 2, games console. What is games console? Games console is the one that you use when you play games. Number 3, GPS. What is GPS? So we use GPS when we want to find a way. What about number 4? Headphones. So headphones are the ones that we put on when we are listening to music, right? So headphones. And number 5, laptop. So what is a laptop? Laptop is the one that we use when we want to work or study. It's a kind of computer. And we can take laptop everywhere we go. Number 6, MP3 player. MP3 player is a kind of player that we can listen to music. Number 7, smartphone. So what is a smartphone? Let me give you an example. iPhone is a kind of smartphone. 比如说 iPhone 就是一个智能手机。Tablet, iPad is a kind of tablet. Do you know what is tablet? Okay, so now let's take a look at the pictures and we can put the correct words under each picture. Let's see. So number 1 is E, right? So e-reader is picture E. Let's see, what is E? So we can say that is an e-reader, right? And which one is number 2? Let's see, games console, right? So which one is games console? That's right, so it's picture D, right? It's picture D, games console. What about the next one, number 3? GPS, right? So which one is GPS? That's G. So we use GPS when we want to find our way. 那么 GPS 就是卫星定位系统，或者叫做导航 right? So, GPS. What about number 4? Number 4, we use headphones to listen to music, right? So we can say headphones. What about number 5? What is this? Yes, this is a laptop, right? This is a laptop. And what about number 6? Number 6 is, we can say, that is a MP3 player. Okay? MP3 player. And what is number 7? Number 7 is a smartphone. Smartphone. What is the last one? Last one is a tablet, right? And now we can listen to the recordings and we can check our work. Please listen and then you can follow these words, okay?
A. Smartphone. T.
Tablet.
C.
Laptop.
D.
Games console.
E.
E-reader.
F.
MP3 player.
G.
GPS.
H.
Headphones.
All right, and now let's take a look at these words, okay, one by one. So, what is the difference between a laptop computer and a desktop computer? Desktop, that means you can put the computer on the desk. Desktop 就是你可以把它放在桌子上的这种，叫做台式电脑。而 lap 就表示的是大腿。那 laptop 就是你可以把它放在大腿上，打开就能工作的那种，叫做 laptop computer. Okay? So, and now let's take a look at these words. 我们一个一个来看一下这些单词。So you can take a look at the pictures and you can follow me. So the first one, smartphone. Smartphone. 那这个单词啊，它是由两部分组成的。Smart 表示的是聪明的 clever， 而 phone 它表示的是电话。那么这叫聪明的电话吗？ No. 咱们这个 smartphone 叫做智能手机 smartphone。那智能手表叫什么呢？比如说 Apple Watch。So we can say smart watch。所以啊，我们知道 smart that means clever。或者叫智能的 Okay? You can follow me. Smartphone. Smartphone. Let's take a look at the next one. Tablet. Tablet. So what is a tablet? Tablet is a kind of computer that you can take everywhere, but you can touch the screen, right? Tablet就是平板电脑。We cannot say iPad, but it has a name. We call it tablet. 有的同学呀，就直接把它叫做 iPad. No, 它的专业的名称啊，就叫做 tablet. You can follow me. Tablet. Tablet. Tablet 其实还有其他的意思，比如说板砖，这就是叫 tablet。OK， 但是像板砖大小的东西，那这个平板电脑我们就叫做 tablet。OK, let's take a look at the next one. Laptop. Laptop. And the next one, games console. Games console. Okay, we use games console when we want to play the games or the video games, right? 当我们在玩这个游戏的时候，我们会用到 games console. And now, let's take a look at the next part, e-reader. E-reader. So e-reader, we use the e-reader to read books. And let's take a look at the next one, MP3 player. So what is an MP3 player? Right, 就是 MP3. But we don't see that very often. 现在啊，我们基本上见不到这个东西了。But many years ago, MP3 player was very popular. So you can follow me. MP3 player. 有的同学呀，会把它叫做 MP3 player. No, it's not right. MP3 player. Okay? And now, let's take a look at the next one. GPS. GPS. So we use the GPS to find our ways. And now, let's take a look at the next one, headphones. Headphones. Okay, and now, let's have a short quiz. 我们来简单的来做一个练习. What is this? Yes, these are the headphones, right? 注意啊，这里是加了复数，为什么呢？因为这里的耳机一定是两个耳朵戴的，对不对？所以呢，我们要在这里加一个复数 headphones. Okay? 所以我刚才就应该问 What are these? Okay? What are these? These are headphones. Let's take a look at the next one. What is this? That's right, this is a tablet, right? And now, let's take a look at the next one. What is this? So this is an e-reader, right? What about this one? This is a laptop. And what is this? Right, this is a smartphone, right? Smartphone. What about this one? That's right, it's a GPS. Okay, and what is this? This is a games console, right? And what is this? This is a MP3 player, okay? And let's take a look at this picture and you can say the words. What can you see on the picture? Yes, you can see games console, right? What about this picture? Right, you can see the GPS. What about this picture? You can see the e-reader and tablet, right? What about this? Yes, this is e-reader and tablets. 看到没 ？e-reader 和 tablet 有什么区别呀？你看到 e-reader 一般都是黑白的 ，right？ 但是 tablet 它这里是彩色的 ，OK？ And what can you see on the picture? We can see a laptop, a games console, and headphones, right? What about this picture? What can you see? We can see a laptop, and a camera, and a what? Tablet, right? And what can you see on this picture? Right, we can see games console and smartphone, right? Okay, so now we can talk about the things that we use every day. So you can say, which one do you use every day? I can say, I use smartphone every day. And you can also talk about which one you don't use every day, right? You can say, I don't use an e-reader every day. Okay, so you can talk about which one you use very often or which one you don't really use. And make sentences. And now let's take a look at the next exercise, speaking part. So we can look at the table and we can make sentences by using these electronic gadgets, okay? So we can say, I use tablet to do what? 在这里 to 表示一种目的，就说我用这个东西是为了干嘛的。I can say, I use tablet to play computer games. Or I use MP3 player to listen to music, right? Or I use smartphones to talk to my friends. All right? So we can make sentences by using these phrases. Or you can say, I don't use my what to do what. Like, I don't use my laptop to do homework. Okay? Or I don't use my e-reader to read books. Okay? So you can make sentences by using these phrases and also the words. Alright? So today we learn about different gadgets and we learn about how to talk about these gadgets. So that's it for today's class. 那今天呀，咱们的词汇课就到这里了。Alright, so you need to memorize these words and copy these words after the class. 好，不要忘了，一定要完成相关的练习，在练习册上。那么我们还可以去抄写这些。